one of the first scooters I rode in Taiwan had a basket on the front, and I quickly realized that many people would use my basket for a trash can because there is really nowhere to put your trash in public. If you forget to take tissue into the stall with you, then I guess you kind of have to gather up your pants and kind of shuffle outside, put the money in the machine and get your tissue. Hi, thank you for watching Jason Adam TV on YouTube. If you haven't, please give us a thumbs up, click subscribe, and leave a comment in the comments section below. Today I saw an interesting article on a blog. It's called Veronica's Adventure. Veronica is spelled with a K. Is veronicasadventure.com, and it's 15 things no one told you about living in Taiwan. So I found these to resonate because these are all things that I have noticed about living in Taiwan that are different from Western culture. Especially America. Even though this woman who writes the blog is from Chechnya, she says the first one is pay first, eat later, and this is very true, especially for the low-cost restaurants. You know, the ones with the round tables and the red plastic stools that are ubiquitous in Taiwan. So ordering food can be quite confusing. Usually in these restaurants, the menu is only in Chinese. There's no picture or no translation. And the guests are asked to pay first up front. So usually in these restaurants, they will give you an order book, and every page has a list of all the menu items that the restaurant serves. And you take a pen or pencil and make a mark for each item that you want to order, and then you tear off the paper, and the hostess or host adds up the cost of the items, and you pay before you eat. So yeah, if you don't like the food, you've already paid. You can't negotiate. But I've never really run into a problem with the quality of the food in those places. But the good thing about that, the upside, as is noted in the article, is that once you finish eating, you don't have to wait for your bill to be delivered to you. This bothers me sometimes in American restaurants. You'll be finished with your meal and you don't really want to stay there. You've got somewhere else to go, but you still have to flag down the waitress or waiter to bring your tab so you can pay. You don't have to worry about that with these restaurants. You can, since you've already paid, you can leave anytime. And that brings me to another point I've mentioned before. There is really no tipping culture in Taiwan, so you're not expected to leave a tip for the server. On the flip side of that, service in Taiwan is generally not as good as in America, at restaurants at least. The servers in restaurants in America are usually more attentive to your needs. In Taiwan, it's usually you get up and get your own utensils, especially at the low price restaurants, and you refill your own drinks from the fountain. In America, of course, nowadays you're expected to tip 15 to 20%, or maybe even more for excellent service. There is no such expectation, except at some finer restaurants in Taiwan, they will automatically add a 10% service charge to your bill. That's at usually the more expensive restaurants for service, and usually the service at those restaurants is better than at the cheaper restaurants. But it's the service charge, the tip is only 10%, and it's automatically added to the bill, and usually they'll let you know up front that that they add a service charge to the bill. But most restaurants in Taiwan, you are not expected to pay a tip, which drastically reduces the cost of going out to eat. If you sign a paper authorizing them to take that tip from your credit card, then it's legal. Yeah. Another thing about living in Taiwan is there are usually no public garbage cans, no public trash cans, which is annoying because if you get something to drink from a vending machine and you're walking with your can or bottle down the street and you finish, there's nowhere to put it. One of the first scooters I rode in Taiwan had a basket on the front, and I quickly realized that many people would use my basket for a trash can because there is really nowhere to put your trash in public. You have to carry it around with you until you get to a bathroom. Usually bathrooms have garbage cans. Which is going to bring me to my next point. The reason why public bathrooms in Taiwan have garbage cans is not so you can throw away your paper towel after you wash your hand. Most public bathrooms don't have paper towels. They have air dryers if you're lucky, or you do the shake method to dry your hands. But yes, there are in most places, no public garbage cans, so you have to carry your trash with you. You can be fined for littering, but honestly, I've never seen a police officer write a ticket for littering in Taiwan, so I don't know that that's enforced. But I mean, I do think that most people carry their garbage with them, or they're good at hiding it, so that you don't see a lot of garbage on the streets when you're walking around. But the thinking is, if you put public garbage cans on the street, then the wind will blow away the garbage, or it will be more messy in public. So yeah, no public garbage cans, which leads me to my next thing, and that is, in most bathrooms, they expect you to put your used toilet paper in the garbage can rather than flushing it. Now, the plumbing in modern buildings has been getting better, and I live in a more modern building. I can flush toilet paper and do regularly, but in a lot of the older buildings, they'll have signs saying do not flush your toilet paper, and so you are expected, after you wipe, to drop your toilet paper in a small garbage can next to the toilet. So yeah, that is something new. And in most public bathrooms, unless you're in a shopping mall, there will be no toilet paper dispenser. There's a little machine that you can put 10 Taiwanese dollars in outside the bathroom, and it will give you 2 small packs of tissue for you to clean up with. So yeah, if you forget to take tissue into the stall with you, then I guess you kind of have to gather up your pants and kind of shuffle outside, put the money in the machine, and get your tissue. So that's another interesting thing about living in Taiwan. But again, if you're in a shopping center or a restaurant, they will provide toilet paper for you. But just a general public bathroom, a lot of times there is no toilet paper. But there are trash cans that you can put your used bottle in. If you're walking down the street, just walk into a bathroom and drop it in the garbage can. Okay,